Can you believe it's April? It's so good that it's April because the energies are very different this month. And March really tested us and made us go into the shadow and look at the past and do all that purging with the eclipses. But we're now out the other end, thank goodness. We're on the other side of the eclipse, and the energies are going to start to move now. Like, you may have felt really stuck in March because you had to do that deep introspection work. But April, the energy is different. April, we start moving. The energies start moving around the 12th of April. Like, you're going to feel that the energy starts to flow, and you're going to start to flow. So where you've been stuck and stagnant, it's now going to start to move, because Mercury goes direct, Venus goes direct. So we've been looking at love, we've been looking at relationships, we've been looking at how we communicate our needs. We've been looking at our needs. We've been looking at how we deepen our relationships, because this is the time to deepen our relationships, deepen our connections, be more vulnerable, be more authentic, be more transparent with our needs, listen to what our needs are, listen to what we need to fulfill our soul. And we're kind of leaving the old paradigm of, obligation and duty and heaviness and responsibility. We still have to be accountable, but we're making different choices as to more like fulfillment. Sorry, I'm just getting over a cold, so if I sniffle, the weekend was quite tough. My body was feeling it. And we did the angelic attunements as well, and then we had the solar eclipse as well. So there's a lot of energy. So I'm just grounding all of that energy in my body, and I want to talk about the body today as well, because the body's going through so much. So we're leaving the old paradigm, and we're looking at love in a whole new way. We're looking at love, we're looking at relationships, we're looking at what we need from love and relationships. We're looking at our communication styles, and we're looking at how do we deepen our relationships, how do we make them more transparent, fulfilling, nourishing, and nurturing for us, really. So this is a time where we go deeper, because in 5D and in the other dimensions, we are like the love and the connection, the loyalty, the commitment, the investment, all of it is just so beautiful, and that's where we're heading. So we've had to clear house, really clean house in March, to get rid of what is not serving us, what is not aligned for our soul's path, and to go in the direction that is meant for you and where your soul now wants to take you. And many souls will be going through the void, not knowing which direction they're meant to go. And Spirit says just sit in that, and information will start to come in. But you've got to learn to trust your intuitive senses before you can even see it in the physical. You've got to learn, you're now creating the pathways. Like, these pathways are not formed. These are the infinite timelines that are coming in now through this time. They're not there. You're creating them. You're choosing your timelines. You're creating the pathways. And you have to trust where your spirit now wants to take you, where your soul wants to take you. Because as you pave these pathways, you open those timelines for others. And that's what we do as way showers. We open the pathways. We show a new way. We show a new trajectory. And then others can also then take their journey on that, because you've proved it to them that you can do it. And you can live differently on the earth. So it gives them the inspiration that, okay, maybe I can also do that. I can live differently. I can be true to myself. I can honor my soul gifts. And I can still live on this earth abundantly, sharing my gifts, and be received by others for who I truly am. So you start to open these new doorways for others. So that's really important. So it was 2 days ago. It was when Neptune went into Aries that day on the 30th. Yesterday or day before, I felt like this, like I feel the energy of the cosmos so much. I felt this fire, my goodness, move through me. It was like a raging fire, like imagine the lava coming out of a volcano. And it was a creative, cosmic creative life force that was moving through me. And it was like, just get out of my way. Just get out of my way. And don't block me. Don't stop me. Don't block me. This energy will create. It will create. It will create. So no distractions. No distractions. If you're trying to distract me and redirect me and take me off my path, no. right? That was the energy of this fire that moved through me. And it was like, no more messing about, no more distractions, really getting into alignment and on track, on path. Like, this is where I'm heading. Focus, vision, nothing's going to get in my way. It was that kind of very strong, forceful, cosmic energy, like a Mark Ali just going, wah. It was that kind of strong, divine feminine energy that was roaring through. So there's new creative energy coming in. There's new creative power coming in. I'm feeling it in my body, which is why I need to be quiet now to listen to this energy that's moving through me, because it wants more. It wants expression in the world. It wants to flow. It needs space. It doesn't want disruption. And it wants a channel, really. When creative fire is moving through you, it needs a channel, it needs space, and it needs to be shared. So we listen to this energy, we see where it wants to be directed, and then we create according to where we feel it wants to flow. And so new creations are coming in, new fire coming online, new sacral energy, kundalini energy rising through us. And it's all about destiny now, direction, like no more distractions, seeing where the distractions are. And you can ask yourself, and this is something I was sharing in the course on the weekend, that you can ask your gut, like if someone comes into your life and you're not sure about them, you know, we're letting go of the old template of control, manipulation, power, betrayal, narcissist, empath. We're leaving that paradigm behind. This is about reciprocity. You know, I give to you, you give to me. This is about we both nurture each other in relationships. We both thrive. If you're in a community, we share our gifts. We all thrive. We share. It's reciprocal energy. No one's on the floor. No one's self-sacrificing or over-giving. But there's this nice balance and flow, and everyone benefits from that energy. So this is the new energy of this paradigm, which is more balanced. So you're creating balance in your life. You would have had to look at where you need more balance in your life, and you're learning to create more balance in your life, because the old systems just won't work in this new energy. You can't just you can't be a workaholic and then have no time to enjoy in the rest of the earth and your daily activities. It's about balance in all aspects of your life, and that is going to be important through this time. So that was really strong, that energy was really strong. And the thing I was saying to you is that when you feel like your gut, you can connect with your gut and you can ask, is this a distraction or is this aligned with my path? You can ask that of your soul, and you'll hear the word distraction, or you'll hear alignment. Distraction, alignment, or distraction, destiny. Distraction, destiny. So you can really ask some simple questions of your soul, and you will get an answer. Like, you got to trust what you're receiving, and usually we doubt it. We receive the message and then we doubt it, but Spirit says don't doubt it. Listen intuitively, and the answers will come from within you. And just see if you're being distracted off your path. Your body will tell you, you know, that you'll get the red flags coming up. Your nervous system will clench up. You will feel tired maybe in someone's presence, if they're taking energy from you, if they're depleting you. So you've got to listen to the body. The body is so powerful. It has the wisdom, but often we ignore it. We go into our head and we start overthinking, or thinking, no, that's I don't need, like, ignore that. But no, you mustn't ignore your body, and the body wisdom is trying to tell you something that you need to listen to. So, you know, we're moving into peaceful vibrations, peaceful, harmonic, loving vibrations. And if something feels chaotic, uncomfortable, not supportive, depleting you, then you've got to question that really and say, is this going to help me on my path towards harmony, peace, alignment, love? Or is this going to take me off on a tangent and make me repeat? And I'm going to repeat a cycle again. Am I seeing my old patterns in this connection? Or am I going to move away from this now? I've noticed that this is the pattern here, and I can now make a choice because I've created the gap. Do I go down this road, or do I say thank you so much, I shut that door and I go in a different direction that's going to take me onto a more aligned path for my soul, where I can experience more peace, more harmony, more pleasure, more flow, more balance, more alignment, and just ease and grace. So this is the questions we're asking ourselves at this time. The other thing I wanted to talk about is your body. Like, sometimes we can be hard on our body, but the body, if you think about the body right now and where we're taking the body, we're taking the body to places it has not been before. We would normally leave our body to go into the lighter vibrations where we're going now, but we're taking our body. We are the ones who are here at this time who are taking their bodies to the higher vibrations, which means it's a lot for our bodies. So we must honor our bodies, look after our bodies, give our bodies what they need. Sometimes when you're going through these shifts and changes, you might put on weight. You might hold a lot of weight in around your stomach, and then it'll shift and change, and then you'll lose the weight. Your body might want different foods. We have to listen to that. It might crave hydration, so we have to give it that. It may crave walks or more sleep. You have to listen to that. Your body will want more greens as well if it really needs that, because it's going through some shifts and changes. They're showing me oranges, apples, strawberries, blueberries, spinach. So food like that, pomegranate, that quench your thirst, and also antioxidants are really important right now. Magnesium, again, they're highlighting. Spirulina, they're highlighting. Calcium, vitamin D, ashwagandha as well if you get a lot of stress, just to keep your nervous system calm. Turmeric. So they're highlighting things like that again, just to stay balanced and calm. Nettle tea as well, lemon, honey, lemon, ginger. So all these things, there's lots of things that we can take to help you balance your hormones, your harmonics, and just stay in a balanced vibration. So take care of your body. And the other message I wanted to give to you is that for many souls, this is the last lifetime here on earth. For many are choosing that this is it. They're ascending and they're not coming back to earth. Not this density of earth. Now I want you to think about that, because we can get complacent in our life and just think about, our day to day. But if this was the last time and the last lifetime for you in a physical body, what would you like to experience? Like, if you look back, if this was the last day on earth and you're going to leave this body and you looked back, one, to think about what you wish you'd created here, what message you would have left here for others, to the trail for them to follow, the wisdom you wanted to share before you leave the planet, and also your legacy. What is your legacy that you'd leave behind, and what would you want to do in the physical vessel before you leave the planet? I think that's really important, because we can get complacent and we can just procrastinate, but Spirit is wanting to give this message through that. And I often share this in the groups. It's like, one, respect your body, love your body. It's a cosmic vehicle, it's a cosmic temple, it's a gateway to other star systems and dimensions, and we've come into the physical body to experience our multidimensionality in a whole new way, to experience our heart expanding, to experience the vibrations of love moving through our body. And when you have a physical body, you are able to experience touch, tenderness, love, hugging, connection, conversation, seeing the earth in its beauty, seeing the flowers and each other, and a smile and expressions, and the everything, like your children, hugging your children. We can take things for granted. Don't take anything for granted. Really nourish and live in every moment, and don't take anything for granted. If you're hugging your children, hug them and feel it, multidimensionally feel it. If you want to say to someone, I love you, and you haven't given them that message, don't take it into the other realms and regret that you didn't say what you needed to say. So this is where we're moving to more transparency, expressing our feelings, opening up about our feelings, sharing what we feel inside, more emotional accountability, more emotional maturity. And when there is emotional maturity and we can have these deep emotional mature conversations, we can deepen our bonds where there is mutual respect. Also learning to listen, like listening is such a beautiful gift, and we sometimes underestimate that gift of listening. You know, if you're a good listener, you are able to hold space. You don't interrupt, you don't interfere, you hold space without judgment and you listen. And that is a beautiful space, because very often we form our own opinions and thoughts before we even hear the full. It's about getting behind the words of the sharing. Like when I work with my clients, I'm listening, but I'm listening to them multidimensionally. I'm listening to their feeling body, I'm listening to what they're saying, I'm listening and looking at their auric field, I'm listening to them multidimensionally, I'm getting behind the words and I'm listening from here. And I can pick everything up, but I'm also holding space. Now that's really important. If you really are listening, you need to listen from that space. And when we feel we've been listened to and heard, that's half the healing. Really, there's a lot of healing in that, because then we can really get behind the energy and deepen our bonds, because we know how to listen and hold space for each other, so we can drop deeper into that space for each other, because you feel safe. And when you feel safe and you feel held and you feel heard, you can go deeper in your conversations, in your connection, in your trust, in the level of transparency, in the level of sharing. You can deepen your bonds and you can go to a whole different level. And that's the level we are going to through this time. So it's, this time we are creating spaces for that to happen, creating spaces for community, like-minded souls where they can connect with each other, share their hearts, open up, express to each other. And all these light codes and frequencies are coming in that are opening new spaces, new timelines, new quantum spaces, new trajectories, infinite possibilities, new creations. So this is a really expansive time for us to be here on Earth. The first quarter was about doing the shadow work, and now it's like the new year's really kicking off in April. It's about direction, it's about forward movement, it's about focus, it's about getting clear with your vision, it's about your direction and where you want to take your life. It's about trusting your heart, paving the way, not listening to the fear and the doubt anymore, but getting in front of it. Like, feel it all, but take the step anyway. Feel the fear and do it anyway. That's my motto. And I've had to do that many times in my life. Feel the fear, but do it anyway. I remember the first radio show I had, and I was a girl who didn't speak. Like, I did not speak. I was very shy, and I didn't like my voice, hated my voice. And so Spirit will prepare you. Spirit will never give you what you cannot handle. Like, as often I hear people say, I want to be speaking in front of tens and thousands of people. And I will ask the question, well, what are you doing right now to align with that reality? Because potential is one thing, and I see people's potential and what is possible for them. But if they don't take the step, then that potential is just a potential, and it's in their field. It's a possibility for them to experience, explore, but they have to take the steps to meet it. So if you feel that you're here to talk in front of thousands of people, what steps are you taking right now? Are you doing a podcast? I was given a radio show to host a radio show once a week for 2 years. I did it every week. And before I said yes, I was coming down the stairs in my old house, and I was so nervous and stressed out about it that I fell down the stairs. I slipped because I was so in my head, and I hit the steps, 5 steps. I just slid down, and I damaged my coccyx, and for 2 years I was sitting on these cushions, and it was really painful, but when I look back, it was crazy that I got so stressed because, yeah, the first few sessions were the nerves came up, but then it becomes second nature. And I always remember what Louise Hay said. She said, the first time, you'll make a mistake. Second time, okay, you'll make a few mistakes. But by the third or fourth time, you'll be a pro. And that's what happens. And that's the journey of trying something new, putting yourself out there, having a go. If you don't have a go, you'll never know. And when you look back, you realize how far you've come and how confident you become and how embodied you become. And then you go on to share your wisdom with others. So, what steps are you taking to fulfill and meet your dreams? Are you going after your dreams? Are you making the move towards them? If there's a place on the planet you want to go and you need to go, but you don't know why, are you getting on that flight to go there? If you want to speak in front of thousands of people, what are you doing? Are you expressing? Are you speaking? Are you sharing? Are you on social media? That's what Spirit looks for, to see if you're really showing up for your vision and your dream, or are you complacent? Because if it came to you, like if all these thousands of people came to you, how would you handle it? And you wouldn't be able to handle it because it would be overwhelming, and then you would just like freak out, and that's the end of that timeline. So you'll always be prepared and you'll always have what you need, but you have to take the steps to meet it. So that is important, and that's coming up for this month. Like, how much do you want it? Really, how much do you want it? And the fire that moved through me was like, I want this. Like, I'm going, and no one is going to get out in my way. And it's, if you listen to my track Mirror Mirror, at the end the Divine Feminine says, I will not leave the planet until my work is done. It was so strong. Like, Barry had to tone that down because it just came out like a thump. But she meant it. So the Divine Feminine energy that's rising within us, she means it. Like, she's come to anchor something on the earth. She's not going to stop until she's done it. She's going to do whatever it takes to get to that place. But also, whilst she's doing that, he, she, it's the energy, we're also trying to balance the other parts of our life. So if we've been focused on work all this time, we're learning to bring love back in. If we've been focused on love maybe, or grounding our businesses, we're looking at our health, making sure we're looking after the body as well. If we've been lacking and not supporting our spirituality and our spirit, then we're stepping forward to anchor more of that energy in. So we're having to take a holistic approach and look at all of us to bring back the wholeness, to come back into wholeness within us. And if our masculine and the doing, the action part of us is not taking the steps forward, then the feminine has got all this creativity, but she doesn't know where to direct it. And so that energy fizzles and dissolves. So that energy needs a divine masculine energy within us to take the inspired action and create in the physical world. Otherwise, it's got nowhere to go, and it becomes frustration in the body. So energy needs an outlet. It wants to be shared, and the force of energy that's coming in now is stronger. Needs a bigger outlet to come through you. So opening the heart, opening your chakras, opening and thinking of, where can I share these gifts? Where can I anchor more of my soul self in the physical world? How can I direct this energy? Where can it flow? How can I open space to invite more community and clients, if that is your path? Or how can I share this energy with loved ones and people around me? You're thinking more expansively through this time, like much more expansive thinking and innovative thinking as we expand, because we are taking quantum jumps at this time. So rest, look after your body, remember what your body is doing through this time. Deep respect for the body. Thank you, body, for supporting me. My body is my best friend. I understand what you're going through. I appreciate what you're going through, and we're doing this together. I love you. I support you. Please tell me what you need. Let's work together in harmony, in co-creation. I've got your back. I know you've got my back. Let's do this together. So it's that kind of relationship with your body. building your relationship with your money. If you want more money to come in, Spirit will say to you, well, how are you handling your money? Do you know how to handle your money on the earth plane, or do you avoid it? Do you look away when your bills come? And do you run and do something else because they can't give you the money until you know how to manage your money? So that's really important as well. So it's just the balance of spirit and soul, earth and heaven. You're learning to get this balance right, and you will be called to get this balance right through this time if you really want to anchor your dreams, the spirit, the ideas, the energy into physical form. Both are needed like a tree to fully anchor on the earth. So that was coming up. Neptune and Aries are all about vision, drive, forward movement, forward thinking, innovation, destiny, creation, co-creation. And what I was hearing was we're moving away from competition to collaboration, away from competition, me against you, to co-creation. Okay, let's do this together. Like, how can we build this? How can we do this? I respect your gifts. I have my own gifts, but how can we work together to collaborate and create something new? So we're moving away from the old energy and we're moving into more harmony, co-creation, which is really beautiful. So that was coming up. Yeah, moving away from distractions and moving away from just moving forward. Like, there's a lot of energy moving forward. So April is a great month. Like, April is a reboot, reset, redirection, facing in the right direction, coming out of the eclipse portal, being gentle with yourself, and then just getting clear with your direction. You know what was happening in the eclipse? I find I'm talking fast today. Apologies if I'm talking fast, but it's the energy that's really interesting. I can feel like I'm talking fast. Maybe it doesn't sound like that to you. I'm slowing it down now consciously, but it wants to come through fast. This energy wants to come through fast. It has a lot to share with us, has a lot to create through us, and it wants to move. Like if you have a volcano and the lava is flowing, and the lava is flowing down the mountain, it wants to find outlet. It wants to create new life form and land form. And you can't get it in its way because it can be quite destructive if you get in its way, but it's just creative energy. You're also learning about your individuality. You're learning about boundaries. You've had to learn about boundaries. And really, when you're going to anchor your dreams, you have to have boundaries. Like, you have to be clear with your time, how you use your time. Are you scattering yourself too thin? Are you getting lost in other people's realities? So boundaries is a really important message. Honoring your uniqueness, honoring what you need, honoring your individuality, honoring your independence is absolutely key, because that's sovereignty. And then co-creation, knowing your individual needs, your destiny. We all have our own destiny. Not losing yourself in another's destiny and another's path, but staying true to yourself whilst also co-creating. That's really important. Like, if you're going to go into partnerships or co-creation, you've got to know yourself so that you don't lose yourself. You've got to know yourself so that you have healthy boundaries. You can say, no, actually, that doesn't work for me. Actually, that's a great idea, but I'd like to contribute this much to it. So that is honestly so important. A tough lesson to learn, and you would have had to learn that if you were in dynamics of empath and narcissistic dynamics. You would have had to learn about boundaries, but this is probably one of the greatest gifts for you, really, if you are to be a leader of your life and step into leadership in the next vibrations. So the first card that came up, Cat Spirit, claim your independence. This time is about liberation, it's about freedom, it's about going after your dreams, it's about doing what you desire, it's about fulfilling your soul's mission. Again, individuality, independence, sovereignty, co-creation. So claim your independence, claim your uniqueness. Don't play small in this energy. Show up fully for all of you. Watch your words. We're learning our words are really powerful, and they are spells, and they create in the world immediately, instantly. So be mindful of your words and the energy behind your words. What are you creating? What are you creating? Become conscious of what you're creating. And if the words are not supporting your growth, if they're diminishing you, if they're taking you down rabbit holes, if you're taking you into the past and the past wounds and your victim story, you're saying stop, recalibrate, and changing your words so that they support the direction where you want to take your life. So again, it's a constant reprogramming of old patterns, limitations, belief structures. You know, the moment we become aware of it, we can change it. So it's to become aware. The miracles are endless. They are. So many miracles coming in, so much love coming in, so many new ideas coming in. People to support your vision are coming in. The resources are coming in. The money is coming in. It's all coming in if we are open to receiving it and know that we are worthy of receiving it. That energy is coming in abundance, But you've got to know how to handle it and how to allocate it, which is when you'll receive it. So the miracles are endless, and they're coming in fast. This one's great. This one's always a good one to remember. You know, Vulture Spirit, nothing is wasted. Like, we've had to learn patience through this time on earth, and patience is something that starseeds don't tend to have. We don't have patience, but we have to learn patience because there's a divine time for everything. There are divine detours. There are lessons that we didn't quite get that we have to get before we can move into the new energies. There are karmic cycles that we have to close. And we really are kept in a holding pattern until we really acclimated the lesson. Otherwise it will repeat again, and it'll be even more tougher and painful. So Spirit sometimes keeps us in a holding pattern until we've fully acclimated the lesson. And when we've fully acclimated the lesson and we've got to the bottom of it and around it and under it, and then we move into the next vibration, because then Spirit and our higher self will say, okay, she's learnt that lesson. She's got the answer. She knows the cycle here. She's broken it now. So, okay, she's ready for her next adventure. So nothing is wasted. Everything is wisdom. Everything is energy. And you learn from your journey, really. It's all growth and it's all wisdom and it's all for you. This one, trust in divine detours. That also goes with divine timing. The divine detours are there for a reason. They were to show you more of what you needed to know. Maybe there was someone you had to meet along that pathway, the detour. But it's always to trust in divine detours because they are for you. They are for you. And you are always right on time. And those are the cards. Those are the cards. I'm going to pick one more from here. Let's see one more that Spirit wants to give to us. Ah, beautiful. Soulmates. Yeah, that's what we're stepping into. Soulmates, soul love, soul community, soul tribe, you know, a co-creation, loving vibrations, understanding each other, loving each other, opening our hearts to each other, being vulnerable, being understood by another, being seen by another, being heard, being held. Look at that. It's just so beautiful. That's the energy of this, what's coming in. This is the energy of now. So we're moving away from chaos. We're moving away from just the toxic relationships and superficiality. We're moving away from where there's emotional immaturity, where souls don't take emotional accountability. We're moving away from all of that, and we're moving towards vibrations where souls are accountable, they are emotionally mature, there's no avoidant and attachment styles, there's no codependency and dependency, there's no toxic cycles or addictions playing out, but it's just like, I see you, I feel you, I've got you, I can be in this space with you, I'm listening to you, you know, I hear you, You listen to them, they hear you. You have this beautiful harmonic vibration and resonance and understanding and depth. And no one is depleted, but both thrive because it's reciprocal and it's balanced. And that's the energy of now. So that's April. That's April. Really going to feel the movement from mid-April, from I feel the 10th to the 12th. It's going to really start to move from there. And so the second half of the month is going to be fast moving and really focused on the direction that you want to take your life. So that's what I'm getting for April. That's what we're getting for April, which is perfect. And that's real Aries energy, like leadership, leadership energy in Aries, taking charge of your life and directing your life the way you want to go and the direction you want to go. Yeah. Okay, so that's April. Sending everyone lots of love. We had a retreat meeting yesterday, so if you are interested in our Peru retreat, we can send the recording. Just let us know. But we had a beautiful discussion and everyone's getting very excited about Peru and also Glastonbury. So if you want to join us on our retreats, we've got 2 magical retreats this year. And we will be taking souls to the beautiful places for transmissions, meditations, journeying with the shamans, going to the sacred sites. Just so much is planned. And to 3 stargates we're going to this year, the heart and the womb of Mother Earth. And I will be bringing new information, new creations. The emerald tablets are wanting to be transmitted. We will do that in June, and many other co-creations and creations I'm receiving that we will anchor and bring through into the group sessions. Okay, so look out for that on my newsletter and also on Eventbrite when I put them up. But sending you all so much love and a magical April. I hope April is lighter for you and you feel that you can move in a direction. And maybe you're moving as well to different places on the planet or going on new adventures. Just trust where your spirit and your soul is taking you. Let me know how you're doing in the comments. I love to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you and what you're feeling with the energies. And I send you an abundance of love and magic and blessings, sending them your way. So see you soon. See you for the next video. And I'll keep tuning in to see what wants to come through for this time. So sending you lots of love, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care, everyone, and bye for now.